What's up guys, welcome back to Techie Anish, and ever since I switched to an iPhone from an Android, I have found out several things that I miss so much on iOS and I wish it was there that could have made the experience a lot better. So Apple's WWDC software event is just 2 months away from now, so this is also my iOS 16 wish list. So guys, first in the list is keyboard numero and emoji suggestions. On Android phones, if I install Gboard, then I get a lot of options like a full keyboard and emoji strip suggestions or pinning my favorite emojis right on the top of the numero. And on iOS, forget the default keyboard. But even if I install Gboard, I don't get any of the options here even if the app shows the option. And every time I need to type a number or an emoji, I need to press that icon and then get access to them, which is super annoying and I wish it changes soon. Can't really understand what's the issue of putting a number on top of the keyboard. It definitely improves the user experience. Number 2 on the list is the notification center. Now on pretty much every Android phone you get an option to see your notifications just by swiping down anywhere on the home screen, but on iPhones that is reserved for universal search. But even worse, I have to stretch my thumb all the way in the top right just to access my notifications, which is something I hate to do, and as a result I miss a lot of notifications because I just didn't check them. Also, once you unlock your phone and then go back to the lock screen, you don't find them until you swipe up to see them, which is again something that I never do. And this is not even the Pro Max, this is just the regular Pro, and even then it is very difficult to reach that top corner. So the Pro Max is definitely a two-handed device. Definitely want Apple to bring some one-handed usability to iOS very soon. And talking about the notification center guys, the notifications themselves is something I prefer on Android. I think the notifications on Android are way better because here you can actually turn on and off the categories of notifications that you would like to receive, like this. Yes, iOS has scheduled notifications, which is nice, but I prefer Android for this as there might be an app in which I want to block all the promotional notifications that they keep sending me while only receiving the important notifications which I really care for. The notifications has always been the stronger point of Android, but it's high time that Apple catches up with Android. Next up, it's the launcher and the wallpaper. Now again, this is a very simple thing that anyone can implement, but not Apple. Like, why would I need to go in the settings every time and then search for wallpapers and then choose my wallpaper and set it? Why it can't be as simple as long pressing the home screen and go straight to the wallpapers? How difficult is that? Even with the third-party apps, they need to save it to the gallery and then you need to go to the gallery and select the picture that you want to set as your wallpaper. Wow, this definitely needs to change very quickly. Number 5, iOS does not play well with third-party fitness trackers. I would tell you this much, that my Galaxy Fit 2 is completely screwed up after I started using it with the iPhone. It goes in a completely weird mode all of a sudden, or it fails to notify me of any notifications, or just unpairs out of nowhere. These things never happened to me when I was using it with my OnePlus, but with Apple, God save me. And look at the Samsung Health app on iOS. It does not even have the dark mode and is very different when compared to the app on my Android phone. This looks like a 5-year-old app. So come on Apple, you can treat your competition in a little better way by allowing their developers to at least implement all the latest features in their app. Number 6 on the list is split screen multitasking. Now, for how many years Android has been able to achieve split screen multitasking? I think for over a decade now, if you consider the older Galaxy Notes that ran on TouchWiz UI and had this feature. Even stock Android has this feature for over half a decade now. But Apple is just so reluctant to not implement this feature on iPhone. I mean, they had tiny phones in the past that made little sense in doing 2 apps at a time, but with the modern iPhones, especially the Pro Max variants, they go up to 6.7, 6.8 inches of display and still they don't implement this feature. For me, this is a feature I want at any cost. I don't care if it's draining more battery or doing other weird stuff, but I definitely want it. Every night while I am in the bed before going to sleep, I always use YouTube or any other streaming app and play chess together. This is something I just can't do it in iPhones and it frustrates me a lot. So this is one feature I definitely want to see it in iOS 16 because they have already implemented it in iPadOS, right? So why not in iPhones and iOS? Number 7 on the list are Siri shortcuts. Now shortcuts are great and it works when it works, but the location-based shortcuts have never worked for me. I have tried it many times that when I leave my house, the cell data should be on and Wi-Fi should be off, but it never works, so I guess it should be improved. Also, the shortcuts are nothing in customization when compared to One UI's Bixby routines, as it offers way more granular control over every module. So shortcuts should get a major update for fixing all its current issues and also introducing new automations and new features. Number 8 on the list are the control center shortcuts. Again guys, if someone is new to iOS and starts using the control center, he will have no idea that these toggles are actually customizable and can be added or removed in the control center. But for this, they need to go into the settings, find the control center and then mess with this really clunky UI of adding or removing controls. I personally had an experience with my relative where she was not able to identify if she should hit the plus or minus button to add a toggle in the control center. So Apple should provide a shortcut to edit the toggles just like Android does in its notification center. Number 9 on the list is the iCloud storage. Now after buying a phone costing more than 1 lakh rupees or $1,000, all you get is a 5 GB of free iCloud storage. Even a budget Android phone costing $10,000 or $200 will get 15 GB of free storage on Android. Apple has never increased free storage on their iOS devices, and it is a shame that they don't do it considering how expensive their phones are. Like how much and what are you going to store in that 5 GB iCloud storage? A 1 minute of 4K 60 FPS video can size up to 1 GB, so this makes no sense, right? I definitely want to see at least a 15 GB of free cloud storage in the next iOS version. Number 10, the last but probably the oldest issue is no ambient display. Now it's been 5 years since Apple has launched OLED iPhones, and still if I want to check my time and notifications, then what do I get? I get this. This is a really bad implementation, especially if you are a person who has common midnight wake-ups and has the display light up entirely just to check the time. Instead of this, I want this. Everyone has their own implementation, and Apple once again is so far behind the time that it will be a shame if they don't do it now, because in the upcoming iPhone 14 event, the only iPhone with an LCD display will be the iPhone SE 2022. The entire rest of the lineup will have OLED displays. So this is the right time to do ambient display at Apple, especially on the OLED iPhones. So these are the top 10 issues I am facing while using iOS, and I hope Apple implements at least one of these features in the next iOS 16 version, especially the split screen multitasking or ambient display. We will see in a couple of months' time. So that's all for this video guys. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel because we have some really interesting videos next in the pipeline, and comment in the comment section below that what is the top issue that you are facing while using iOS and iPhones. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon.